right. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto my apostles and others of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim that's out here preaching this word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom. All right. Shalom to the few sisters as well. Sincere sisters as well. All right. So back with another lesson. Lord willing, this is a edifying, informative lesson through the Spirit. Not gonna be a long one. But as the title says, fun is dead, according to the Washington Post. And you know, this was an article that came across my timeline a few days ago, and you know, I saw a brother did a lesson on it as well, you know, in my camp. And I was like, well, you know, I was sitting here and I was like, you know what, I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a lesson on this as well. You know, literally dealing with the fact of, you know, that mirth is being ceased, man. You know, and I think my last lesson I spoke on mirth, what it is, what is the definition of it, you know, because that's what people prefer. You know, hell, nobody chooses suffering over pleasure when you have an option. We through the Spirit, we have chose Yahweh by Shemi Yahweh Shai, which comes with suffering. So we suffer in the name of Yahweh by Shemi Yahweh Shai. All right, that's why we do things in the Spirit, you know, like, you know, fasting, things of that nature, to deny the flesh for the Spirit's sake, right? But the natural state of let me, you know what, let's just get a scripture, because the scriptures speak about it as well. If you hear a humming, that's my computer. Matter of fact, hold on real quick, I got this program running. Sound like a plane taking off. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. We're gonna probably stay in Ecclesiastes a few different verses, precepts. What is that? Ecclesiastes 8. Yep, this is Ecclesiastes 8 and 15, straight to the point. And it says, then I commended mirth, because a man have no better thing under the sun than to eat and to drink and to be merry, for that shall abide with him of his labor, the days of his life, which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh shall giveth him under the sun. So again, for the sake of balance and understanding, you know, everybody wants to be in a merry place, right? In a mirthful place, enjoying blitz and all of that, right? But the Lord opened our eyes to see the truth of the fact that this is not our rest. He opened our eyes to be able to see that this place is polluted and it will destroy you. He opened our eyes to know that biblically this is Babylon the Great. He opened our eyes. We see these things, right? So being able to see these things, we were able to, through the Spirit, forsake it, right? That's why I'm saying in the Spirit, it's not some of the most fun, for lack of a better term, enjoyable moments that I've had in my life have been with brothers, you know, laughing, and we're humans. We're in this flesh. We experience those, but we, in our mind, we're sober, we're vigilant. We understand that the severity and of the times that we're in. So we deferred let's just go to the next scripture. Like I said, let's just let the scripture speak. We can go to Ecclesiastes 7 and 2. And it says, it is better to go, and we're going to read a little bit of this article, but, you know, scriptures speak, you know, It says, it is better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. And this still ties into the article, you know. But the point of me bringing this out is we, through the Spirit, were put on the path to be in the house of mourning. We're not in the house to feasting, right? And that was that control, that how do I say this? That spirit keeps you in a space. See, when you're always in the space of fun, feasting, you're not, you know, you're not preparing, you're not have an edge about yourself, or, you know, you're just, you know, kicking your feet up, you know, you're a full-fledged Epicurean, you know what I mean? You're not preparing yourself for the times to come, because clearly you don't believe it. It's like all of these stories when we were children that they read to us. They were children's stories, but they were really wise fables. You know, they were proverbs, to say the least. You know, you think about what was it, the hen with the pie. The hen had that, you know, Salaki, you know, I'm in my car. The hen with the pie, and it was what? Asked everybody to chip in with the help, but nobody helped. And then when the pie was done and they could smell the pie, you know, then the hen, I believe, was able to go from each person, like, I asked you to help me with the berries, I asked you to help me with the crust, I asked you to help me with this. You know, these stories are all about having you in a mind frame of doing. You know, the 3 little pigs, right? The 2 pigs, they were partying and bullshitting. They threw up a house. They weren't thinking about security and longevity. They just threw up something so they could get back to partying and bullshitting. But then the third one built the house out of what? Brick and stone. So when the wolf came, it couldn't blow the house down. You know, these are all about denying the instant gratification, if that makes sense, right? That's really what the Spirit is speaking about, in the senses of we are denying ourselves instant gratification in the name of so-called fun and entertainments and mirth, to understand that there's a job at hand, that we're behind enemy territory. That's what comes with being in the house of mourning, catching hell, bearing your burden, bearing your cross. You know, that's part of the house of mourning, right? And it's not meant to be fun. It's not meant to be any of that, but it's fair. If you're being honest with yourself and you're looking at it all, it's fair. You know, it's not comfortable. It's not nice, but it's fair through the Spirit, right? So reading on, we'll get to the article after this and then we'll go from there. It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better, right? Your mind is sharpened. You think about yourself and, you know, the heartache and pain that a broken heart will bring to you. You know, a woman play you, or you go through a situation with a woman, and then you run it back and you see how, if I wouldn't have did this, not even the blame game on a weak sense, but just, man, I'll never let somebody do this to me type energy. That sorrow made you sharper. It made you stronger. You wouldn't get that if you were just in your lover boy, puppy love energy. There's certain wisdom. That's the problem with, you know, on a side note, with this world and a lot of these people, right? A lot of these people, they watch all of these videos, these TikTok red pill and this, that, and the third, have no experience, thinking that you're going to live your life as that of a man with experience. You have to get the experience to be as an experienced man. You can't, they have to be together. All right. And it's the same thing with us in the spirit of catching hell and being in the house of mourning. We don't even probably understand the endurance that the Lord has blessed us all individually with up until this point. You know, a lot of people are going to lose their shit when they can't be in this fun, happy-go-lucky, mirthful, you know, joyful spirit, man. See, right now, nobody's talking about it, but top of the year, January 1st, I believe, I'm not sure if it still is, but at one point, I'll say it that way. January 1st was the had the highest number of, it's the day of the year with the highest number of suicides, or unaliving yourself, excuse me, right? Unaliving oneself, right? It's January the 1st. So if that's still true unto this day, what do you think is happening right now in Babylon the Great with a lot of people that's not even being spoken on? It won't be something that probably will come on your timeline or my timeline. It could, but depending on the severity of it, but in the spirit of it, people are checking out of this place because it's not fun anymore. All right, you know, I used to live in this city not too far from here, and they had this. I'm giving a location if you're familiar, but they had a place we used to go to called Funsville, right? And Funsville was like I can't think of the name of the other place, but they had go-karts outside. You know, they had arcades, they had pizza, you know, it was everything you could want in the 90s, 2000s, early 2000s as a young teenager, young child, right? Like Chuck E. Cheese on steroids, right? But that place ain't there no more. And through the spirit, that's the American way. Like, it's across all boards. It ain't fun no more, right? So that's why we've been in the house of mourning by choice. A lot of you people are about to enter into the house of mourning by no choice. You're going to be forced into that motherfucker. When you start losing shit, 144, losing your money, losing your family, losing your stability, you're gonna enter into that house of mourning. See, really, the Lord gave, when the scriptures say many are called, that calling is a calling to enter into the house of mourning. That's when you get the calling. And the chosen chose to stay in there. Like, nah, I'd rather be in here. This is better. Wisdom comes from this. I'm going to endure. I'm going to fight to the end. The scriptures say, strive unto the truth as it is unto death. I'm going to stand down, man. Right? But then, you have these other ones that didn't even get the call. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to enter through the house of mourning. That house of mourning they about to enter into through is going to be vicious. All right? And it says that the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fools is in the house of mirth. Niggas is just all about fun and partying and cheap thrills and you name it, you think it, you name it, that's what a nigga is doing, man, across the board. Niggas don't take nothing serious. See, you had this movie Leave the World, and right after that you had Mark Zuckerberg start building a big bunker, right? And you got more reports coming out of people building bunkers and this, that, and shit, like they're in overdrive now, right? But then I was saying this to somebody. And we don't push. First of all, we have faith. So again, this don't got nothing to do with us. But hear me out in the senses of you got rich, super rich motherfuckers out here building bunkers and preparing for something. But then you got niggas that can't even barely feed themselves, looking at you crazy when you tell them something is about to come, right? That just go to show you how bugged out these people are. These people are bugged the fuck out, right? But that's because they wanted instant gratification. They wanted fun. They wanted mirth. They didn't want to be in the house of mourning. They look at us like we're crazy. What the fuck is this? This nigga's always sad. This nigga always got a problem. This nigga's always complaining. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to be around it. They don't want to be in that spirit because, hey man, that's you're killing the vibe for the ladies, right? A lot of this got to do with women, right? All of it, we're really 99% of why a lot of Jake men don't come into the truth or into the knowledge, accepting the truth, is really behind women, But that's another topic for another day. Let's get this article. Fun is Dead, right? By Karen Heller. And it reads, it became empathetic, exhausting, scheduled, hyped, forced, and performative. This is what she's talking about with fun, and it's true. And I had a conversation with a brother last Saturday. We were talking about, our families and everything. And, You know, a lot of people out here, they be like, yeah, we don't ever have no fun. We don't ever go and have fun. You know, that demon, you know, that fun demon. And I asked him, I said, you know what you should ask them? Is where the fuck is the fun at? Like, where's it at? Like this just said, everything, when you think about going out and having some kind of fun, going out, wherever, it's always deals with, it's just the drive to get there is exhausting. Parking is exhausting. The fear of somebody breaking in your car while you out is exhausting. How overpriced this shit is exhausting. The service being terrible is exhausting. Having to drive home, probably in traffic. We live in Atlanta here. So brothers that live, you know what I'm saying? Be 2, 3 in the morning. You might be in traffic. What part of any of that is fun? You see? But the problem is that it's no longer working on the common man and woman and child of America, the backbone, right? It's not fun anymore. Bowling isn't fun anymore for people. The price that you pay to go do it versus the reward of doing it doesn't match up no more. So niggas is not having fun with this place, all right? It's exhausting, it's scheduled. That's why niggas is always in that reminiscent of what? The 90s. Why? Because it wasn't scheduled. Anything that I ever got to see, you know, I was a child, you know, in the 90s, you know, but I remember the 90s. I'm talking about like, you know, what? We'll be talking like from 4 to, you know what I mean? Like 14 or whatever, give or take. You know what I mean? That was my 90s. 90 to 99. So I was, like I said, a child. But whenever I talk to men that are older than me that were in their 18s to 24, 25, 30s in the 90s, the one thing about it is it just was, there was no phones. It was more free flowing. The world was really truly an open world like in video games. It was more spontaneous. It was more organic. That shit don't exist no more. Right? Think about it from a carnal sense of sex. You want a woman that it just naturally occurs with. Just, hey, that was nice. Not no, okay, so I'm thinking next Wednesday at 11 o'clock, we could, like, that's not how humans were meant to operate, man. Life is supposed to have a level of spontaneous. Even the fact of us catching hell is a level of us knowing that we're alive. It's spontaneous hell. We hate it. It's not enjoyable. You don't want to, you know, your car problems, health problems. You don't want to go through that, but it's a fair reminder of you being alive. You're not a robot. You're not an NPC. You're not a walking flesh puppet, right? But that's what this world wants you to be. There's no spontaneousness to it. There's no, yo, you remember that shit just randomly happened on that random Wednesday when we was, oh, yeah. There's those moments don't exist no more. That shit don't exist no more. And that's what's killing the, like Jake say in the world, that's what's killing the vibe. The vibe is killed. All right, let's get a scripture. I'm just, you know, in the spirit of this, but let's go to Isaiah. We're going to go to Jeremiah 2. The spirit was Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24 and 11. And it says, there is a cry for wine in the streets, and all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And that's what it is. The vibe of America is gone. It's gone. It doesn't exist no more. All right. Have you not? That's why the scriptures say in Ecclesiastes again, the 12th chapter, that the daughters of music shall be brought low. Music is the soundtrack of life. So when you hear certain music, it should tell you what was going on in that time period. And if you're my age, I'm late 30s. I'll be 30. I just turned 37. So again, if you're my 35, 36, 37, 38, you know, the older that goes, the better you know in that sense. That man, there was a time in the early 2000s where every region in America had its own spirit, had its own culture, its own everything, right? Like if you met somebody from Atlanta in 2000 and somebody from New York in 2000 and somebody from Chicago in 2000, somebody from Cleveland, Ohio in 2000, you meet somebody from LA in 2000, all these niggas is going to be completely different talking, walking types of niggas. They all gonna be different. They all gonna be into different things. They say that what they call a car, what they call women, what they call whatever. It's all gonna be different, which gave the America its vibe, its culture. This is what you get when you go to New York. Over the last 20 years, because of the internet, the ability for people to travel, certain things of that nature, in my opinion, it's destroyed the overall vibe of all of these regions and cultures. So now when you in Atlanta, it doesn't matter. Like there's no Atlanta culture. Just niggas that live in Atlanta. Same as anywhere else. It doesn't, every nigga does the same shit everywhere at this point. That's why that people complain the music. Man, niggas in New York sound like Atlanta niggas, and Atlanta niggas sound like Houston niggas. No, all of you niggas are the same. And it's dry. It's stale. That, as the scriptures say, the mirth of the land is gone. Mirth goes into the music, the entertainment, the arts, the all of those elements. Because then what? This is how we eat beef here. This is how South Carolina niggas make chicken. This is how New York niggas make sandwiches. This is how Chicago niggas eat this, and Louisiana niggas that. All of that was the melting pot that the scriptures speak about of America. And it was thriving at one moment. At one moment, that shit was amazing. America was at its greatest. That's, matter of fact, let's get another scripture. And we're going to read some more of this article. Let's get another scripture, though. Let's go to, matter of fact, before we do that, let's look up. Yeah, because the last video I went through mirth. Since I got it right here. Mirth, joy, pleasure, internal bliss, salvation. Like you feel like you've already arrived. And that's what a lot of people have defined America as. America, in the minds of a lot of people, is the kingdom of heaven. It's the pinnacle. It's self-driven cars and the internet and fucking delivery food and you name it. This is heaven in a lot of these simpletons' minds, right? So they feel like they've arrived. So this place crumbling, that's not what they want their place of their state of heaven to happen, right? So let's look up the word fun real quick. Fun is a diversion, amusement, mirthful sport, a trick, to cheat, to hoax. Yeah, so fun goes into it's like a distraction, right? It's a gesture. It's to distract you from. It's an amusement. Like when you go into amusement goes into to stealing your attention from something, right? And that's what the spirit of fun going into bread and circus. This place was built on fun, right? It was built on fun. You think of, man, when I think about my childhood, everything was fucking fun. Even it didn't even matter if you had, see, it used to be a point in America where it didn't even matter if you didn't have fun, have the funds to have fun. You could just have fun. It was just fun in the air. Fun was just in the air in America at one point. 20, 30 years ago, fun was just everywhere. Niggas was just trip up in the fun. Like, but now you gotta really schedule it. You gotta think it out. 6 months from now, we could go here and we can have some. What the fuck kind of gay ass lifestyle is this, man? See, we're not domesticated animals. Like we're lions. We're not house cats. We're supposed to be able to just Do. That's what the Lord meant for us, to be able to have dominion over the earth. But see, because, you know, we fell from grace and we fell into this place, you know, this lowliness, and as a nation, we're in this punishment, understandable. But the fact of this place crumbling is because Esau's got to fall into this better circle of curses, right? So let's go back to the article, right? And it says sometime in recent history, probably around around 2004, Americans forgot to have fun, true fun, as though they misplaced it like a sock. That's what I was just saying. I graduated high school in 2004. So for me, I saw, like Elder Yashawamba said this year, I don't want to say years ago, but I remember him saying this, I'll say. 2000, I think he said 2004 is like the last good year in Babylon. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, by 2008, it was already changing because the truth was entering in by 2007. So really, like, 2004 was when it was the last real American year. All right. And look at where we've gone, you know. So it says, instead, fun involved into work, sometimes more than true work, which is where we find ourselves now. Fun is often empathetic, exhausting, scheduled, pigeonholed, hyped, forced, and performative. That's what it is. That's what it is. You know, you live in these major cities, and you know, Jake from the country. I'm speaking on a story of a person, you know, and oh man, I want to live in Atlanta. You know, that spirit of wanting to live here because, you know, I can just get up, and I'm like, man, ain't anything you thinking that you gonna get up and do with your children, you gotta schedule that shit out, man. Nigga, I don't care if you woke up tomorrow morning, you wake up tomorrow morning on a whim and say, oh honey, I want to take the kids to the aquarium and see the beluga whale. You're not gonna just be able to just walk up there. 4 tickets, 2 adults, 3 kids. Number one, most of the time at these places, you gotta buy your ticket ahead of advance, right? And then when you buy your ticket, it's expensive as hell. So you already in the spirit of, you got a plan. Niggas don't got enough. Niggas don't have spontaneous money, man. Niggas don't have spontaneous problem money, let alone spontaneous fun money. Hey, you know, honey, I just thought, you know, tonight we just get dressed. And that's why a lot of niggas' relationships is failing. The reason why a lot of niggas' relationships are failing in Babylon the Great is because you got a woman that has a fun demon on her, and you can't deal with it. So she's gonna leave you and look for the next nigga. What she don't even realize is there's no men out here, because men are in the thick of it's like really in the spirit of America, there's an anti-fun spray that's sprayed on men. Whether you're so-called Jake or Edomite, men across the board. If you're not really playing with some money out here, you ain't having no fucking fun. Fun costs. I'm sorry, I know I'm rambling, but I'm building the spirit of the fact that there's this idea of mirthfulness and fun in Babylon has been cooked for a long time. See, we've been ahead of the curve. The Lord woke us up, some of us 4 or 5 years now, 10 years, the apostles, to see it ain't no fucking fun out here. You people are just now realizing what we've been saying for years, starting with the apostles and elders. This ain't fun. Let me just get this for the sake of the spirit. Let's go to, I quoted it, but it's, you know what, it's a good scripture. This is Micah 2:10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. And we're still telling our people, telling you, starting with the men of you, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who make up the true Negroes, the true Hebrew Israelites, right? And you scattered abroad, if the spirit is hitting you, that, yo, man, you still can arise and depart, man. Forsake this hoe, man. This hoe ain't fun no more. You niggas just want to be in a bad relationship. That's all this shit is at this point. You know how you know when you with a woman and the shit is just dead? It's like, man, this shit is dead, man. And you just, some nigga, nah, man, I love her, man, and just gonna stay. I love her, man. Here it is. This shit is dead. It's fucking with you. It ain't servicing you at all. It's actually working against you, but you just still stuck in the fucking dead relationship with this bitch. Cause you don't got the balls to forsake her. And that's what it is with America. This shit ain't been hitting on nothing for since 2004. It's like I'm yelling, but in the spirit, this place ain't been hitting on shit since 2004. You want me to give you an idea how seriously dead this place been dead since 50 Cent was hot. And that's the truth. If we're talking about music, name an artist that's came into hip hop that came with the energy of get rich or die trying. 50 Cent. At the time, everybody liked that shit. Name me an artist that's came out in the last 10, 15 years, 20 years that's had the same effect on all of us, where we all just was like, yo, there wasn't no such thing as not liking 50 Cent in 2004. Slacky, I'm just a little excited. That's why you gotta ride apart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. This place has been polluted. It's been dead. It's been polluted. It's been sick. It's been decaying, as Isaiah 14 chapter tells us. At this point, you can't hide it anymore. That's what we're saying, and you should be able to see. Nothing's fun no more. All right? So reading a little bit more of this, and I'm probably going to close up. Right? It says, which is nothing of the sort. The drag equivalent of fun and suggestion that fun is done. Let's see. All right, let's skip down a little bit. It says, consider what we've done to fun. Things were long big fun, now overwhelmed, exhaust, and annoy. Holiday season is an extended exercise in excess in loud, often sleazy sweaters. Instead of this being the most wonderful time of the year, we battle holiday fatigue, relentless beseeching for our money. And if Fox News is to be believed, a war on Christmas is that nearing its third decade. Right. Think about that. Now let's be honest here. Let's just be real honest here. This is a beautiful time of the year. Was that Frank Sinatra? This is the most wonderful time of the year. As really, it is a level of truth to that. This is a really beautiful time. Winter, there's different vegetables that are in season during this time. There's different things that you eat during this season that you wouldn't normally eat during the spring, fall, and summer. There's a lot of elements to it. But what Esau has done, as he does with everything, is he strips it of its essence, strips it of its nutrients, basically, right? Because see, what America has done is it's never expanded. There's no new nothing. Niggas been celebrating Christmas for the last 100, 200 years, man. Niggas been celebrating Thanksgiving for the last 100, 200 years, man. All these bullshit ass holidays that are so-called major things to America have been the same weak ass. How many times can a nigga watch Home Alone? How many times can a nigga watch fucking the National Lampoon's Christmas? How many times can a nigga watch Halloween? All of this shit has been played out, stripped of its fucking essence for a long fucking time now. It doesn't matter. And that's what the people in this world are. They're sobering up. They're waking up to the reality that this shit is stupid. It's corny. Why are we doing this shit? Why are you doing this shit? That's why that dude, what's that nigga? King Dirtbag. You know, he got hurt a few weeks ago, months ago, because somebody was talking about him and Halloween. He dressed and he went on a rampage against the Hebrews. You know, it's still, man, fuck him. But still, like the brother said, whoever said it to him, like, man, you a grown ass man dressing up for Halloween, man. Like, think about that. This is where we are. 35, 40-year-old men putting on costumes. That shit is everybody is waking up to the fact that all of this Babylonian shit is stupid. It's played out. It doesn't mean anything. It's not meaningful. It doesn't make you happier. It doesn't make your family closer. It doesn't service anything but the elite of this country that make money off of your blood, sweat, and tears to participate in this bullshit, man. All right. Let's see. Let me get another scripture. Let's go to what is that? Revelation. Revelation. I want to say 18, if it's not, it's 17. Bear with me 1 second. I think that might be it, but I want to see it might be 17. This is Revelation 17:1, and it says, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying to me, come hither, and I will shew unto thee the judgments of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And that great whore is America. Right? And everything involving America has always been around consumerism and capitalism. All right? Debt. That's the thick clay, the debt. The only way this place works is by having everybody in debt. More debt. Good. That's why even in this society, there's a terminology of good debt versus bad debt. Because this is a debt-based society. And that's what the scriptures say. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Bear me 1 second. Bear me 1 second. This is Proverbs 29:3. It says, whoso ever loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father, but he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. And that's America is a big harlot. It's a big whore, as the scriptures say. What's a whore's job? In layman's term, to basically break your pockets, to always keep you going in the pocket, going in your pocket every minute, going in your pocket. That's why the scriptures say that you won't have. What did it say? But he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. You working, you make some money, you got $500, she take the $5 for some pleasure. That's America. America is a madam whore, and the American people are tricks. Did not the word where were we at? Fun, a cheat, trick, a trick. Also, fun is because there's a level of deceitfulness that comes with fun. Think about magic shows. That's fun, right? But the deceitfulness is you think the nigga's really doing some magic tricks, and really all he's doing is deceiving you, right? That's what fun really is. Fun is deceiving you into believing you are having a good time. That's what fun is. It's my job, or whoever the company is that you gave your money to, is to deceive you into thinking that you having fun in the amount of the value that you spent. Have you ever been to Disney World? It's Disney World, Orlando, City of Magic. You go to those parks, you think it's all about you believing that you have fun. But every time I've gone there, and if anybody that's ever been there, really, you understand when I say, man, it's hell on earth, man. Some of the worst experiences have I had is at Disney. right? I've been, with my family, vacations, younger shit, right? But when I tell you, like, that's what fun is. It's a trick. So again, America is a big whore that's in the people are the tricks. Go work so you can get some money so you can, how many people, man, go watch videos on TikTok of how expensive Disney is. Go look at how expensive Disney World is and how much money people spend just to get out there and have breakfast and take their kids to fucking meet fucking Lilo and Stitch and the princesses and all that shit. How much money gets spent by families. And you think these niggas is rich? These niggas is going out there spending tens of thousands of dollars. Walt said, give me that money. That's what that is. That's the spirit of America. But how long before you sober up and be like, man, I ain't about to get this money no more, man. This shit ain't even worth it, man. This bitch don't want a discount. She want more money. Fuck nah. That's the spirit of America and the Americans. So fun goes into the word trick. And this is the great whore. All right. Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Yeah, that's that Cardi B. That's that Cardi B play. That's what whores do. Remember Cardi was bragging about how she get these tricks to the hotels, and she was spiking that she was, Bill Cosby in the drinks, man. Right? Because that's what whores do. They want to get you drunk and spike your things if necessary to run in your pockets and take your jewelry off. Is that not what America does? Think about casinos. You making enough money at a casino, you done won $10,000. You won $50,000 at a table. You won $100,000. They gonna start giving you all kind of liquor and drinks and sending bad hoes to the table because they're trying to distract you so they can get that money back. All right. So this place is drunk off of the way of America, but the people are mad at the drunkenness because they realize that, this is a lie. This is deception. This ain't fun. It's like I said, it's not enjoyable no more. And we realized that a long time ago. Through the spirit, the apostles and elders. See, that's the thing about it. The spirit is going to have to give credit. You people are going to have to give credit through the spirit to the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles and elders. If of course in the spirit of enduring. But man, we're the trendsetters of so many things. A lot of you women left men in the truth behind, not having fucking fun, to realize, to get to the end of this thing where ain't no fucking fun to have. Listen to this. Weddings have morphed into multi-stage stress extravaganzas while doubling as express paths to insolvents. Destination proposals for the whole family, destination bachelorettes and bachelor blowouts, destination weddings in a remote barn with limited lodging, something called a buddy moon, bringing the gang and planners to help facilitate the same custom of cocktailness of it all. When weddings involve this much traveling, pedicab, custom t-shirts, and porta potties, they've become many things, but fun is not one of them, right? Think about it. None of this shit is enjoyable. Don't bring the kids to the wedding because kids are loud and bridezillas, and I need the cheese to be on the east side of the table because of the like, it's a destination. Here it is. You live in fucking Atlanta, and now these niggas, you gotta be at the wedding. The wedding is in Idaho. Now you gotta plan a trip. You gotta travel. Nobody want to do all of that. Like, everybody is over it. Just for you niggas to what? Be divorced in 36 months? Fuck out of here. Oh no, I can't be with an Israelite because y'all don't believe in marriage. Y'all don't want to have. I'ma leave my husband in the truth because he knew I wanted a wedding. I wanted a wedding. If you've heard that, if you've had a bitch go kamikaze on you, probably heard this shit before. You knew I wanted a wedding, and you and it, yeah, I wanted a wedding. Just to be in the fast forward to the day, everybody's like, man, fuck these weddings, man. Nobody's trying to go through the trouble of traveling. Nobody wants to go across country and be in some random barn like this is saying in Kentucky, so you could have a picture, you can have a photo picture party, right? For some nigga that you gonna be hating in the next 3 to 6 months, 36 months or so, and now it's a fucking divorce, and I done gave you this expensive ass air fryer, and I can't even get the shit back. That's how people are thinking. I'm saying all this to say that this is the mind frame of how these people are reacting to Babylon the Great at this point. All right, let's see. Let's see if there's anything more to this. This is one right here. It says the beach is no longer a day at one, an occasion of rest and relaxation. Vacationists feel the need to plan a chair, make that 8 at sunrise before transporting 220 pounds of stuff in a Buick-sized beach wagon, while it is also things that are used to not exist when a bucket, a book, and a towel were enough. And still people stare at their phones instead of the water. Right. I feel like, it's a quote, I feel like I should be having more fun than I'm actually having, says Alicia Alvarez, a social media market manager and DJ in Detroit, expressing a sentiment that many feel. Quote, there are expectations of what I want to believe that my life is like rather than what my life is actually like. Right. So even with something as simple as going to the beach, man, it's not, that used to just be simple, easy, fun, cheap. Right? You just cheap. Just go to this is water. Just head to the water. Now you gotta book a fucking Airbnb that's overpriced. This nigga might have, the Airbnb might have cameras in it. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta consider shit that's just like, what the fuck, man? Nobody wants to deal with all this shit. Traveling used to just simply be, see, it used to be with Jake enough. It was enough fun for you to jump in whatever car your family had, drive to your grandparents' house where all your aunts and your other uncles and your cousins are at, right? And you just all of us had the same coming up if you're of a certain age. You know, your dad get a big bucket of chicken. You know what I'm saying? You eating chicken across country, you know, because he don't want to stop. So, you know, this is what, and this was life lasting memories. Then you get to somewhere, you just at your grandma's house. It ain't really, this is, you know, it ain't no streaming platforms. It's not all this extra internet. It's not all of this extra shit. No, it's no PS1, PS2, PS3. It's none of this shit yet. You barely, we're talking 2004, 2002. You might be in the PS1 heading to the PS2. So gaming and entertainment was second hand. It was second place to actually going outside. We actually went outside and played football, basketball, ride bikes. You know, we actually did those things, and that was priority to being in the house. You know, even with video games, if I could be outside, that was our generation. Like, we were the last, like millennials in my age group, we are the last of that. That doesn't exist past you know, especially if you were born in the 2000s. Like, man, a person born in 2000 is 23 years old at this point. If you were born after 2004, everything I'm saying is really foreign. That's how far removed we are. All of these things. There's no fun here. Okay? So let's get a few more scriptures and we'll close up here. Like I said, I'm just rambling in the spirit, in the spirit though. But like, you have to, like, people got to recognize what the hell is going on, man. All right? It's over with. It's over with. It used to be cheap fun, man. You used to be able to go to arcades, the mall. Like, today, malls are just dead zones. But 20 years ago, 2003, 2004, 2005, you didn't even have to have fucking money in your pocket to go have fun. You could just go to the mall with your, like, okay, hey, I ain't got no money. All right, don't worry. It'd be you and your boys, 4 or 5 of you. You riding. So you really don't even need no money. It's like we just went to the mall, we walking around. You might be able to holler at a girl or two. That didn't cost you shit. It didn't cost you shit to do that. It was easier too. But here we are. All right. Let's see. Let me get a few scriptures. What is that? I could have kept reading Ecclesiastes 7. Let's see. Go back to Ecclesiastes 7 and 8 real quick. And it says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patience in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. And that's what we're learning, you know. And if you're in the spirit and you know what time it is, hey man, everything I'm saying, this is not a reminiscing like, man, I mess with man, fuck all this shit, man. To hell with all of this shit. It was a distraction. Even when we were 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, we were being distracted by this Babylonian bullshit. So fuck it all. But in the spirit of it, we're speaking to the fact of what people need to recognize is that nostalgic feeling that people are looking for has died and it ain't never coming back. You ain't gonna be able to recreate that vibe. Okay? So it says so for us, the end of this place is way better. All right? At least we're not in no fucking, we're not in we're not in slavery. We don't got shackles on us. We're not dealing with all that extra shit. We're not dealing with Jim Crow. What we're dealing with now is the crumbling of this empire. That's where we are. So it's better for us. We just gotta ride. We just gotta ride the wave of this place falling and stay strong and enduring to the end. And the Lord will have mercy on us and save us. But man, this place is cooked. This place is cooked. I was watching Workaholics, if you're familiar with the show, and I was like, man, these Edomites, man, they used to just make these shows and just, man, Esau used to just have fun, man. Esau used to just have fun. These so-called white men. Think about Jackass. Jackass was a measuring stick to let you know how much fun Edomites used to have. They used to just do dumb shit in the middle of a field and record it. You know, and here is so much fucking fun. I'm a ride the tractor and you gonna throw me into the lake. Yeah. You ain't seen no more Jackass? You wanna know why there's no more Jackasses and America's Funniest Home videos and shit like that? It's because these niggas is tired and they working. Esau out here getting his ass handed to him. Esau ain't in that merry trap. And nigga, this place is not good for them. It's better for us. But Esau is cooked out here. Esau's woman is out of order. His children is out of order. His health is failing him. Everything is expensive. They've lost the aura of Esau is cooked. People don't really look at Esau the same way no more. He ain't even got time to have fun like that. That's why you get these articles now. They already, see, these articles aren't talking about us. See, niggas ain't really been having fun like that. Now, niggas is having some fun now. Don't get me wrong. Niggas is out here living their best fucking life to a certain extent. You know, riding in cars and, you know, eating out. You know, the whole nine that come with niggas in the world. But in the spirit of it, when Esau talk about these articles about the fun is dead, they're talking about themselves. They don't give a fuck about nigga fun. They talking about what these Edomites is going through out here. They can't afford to go to these shows. They're expensive. They can't afford to eat out of these restaurants. You gotta pay for parking, pay for valet. This food is expensive. It might not be good. You know, all of these things is kicking they ass, man. You know, if niggas try to keep up with the Joneses, what you think these Edomites is doing, right? So let's go from there to I wanted to get something else. I read Isaiah 24. It was somewhere else I wanted to get. You know what? I can't find. I've been going about an hour anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. I pray this lesson was edifying, informative. But hey, man, I know that's what I want. I want to read this before I leave. It was a Jeremiah. I read it the other day, but this is Jeremiah 7:34, and it says, "Then will I cause to cease from the cities of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness." So that's that fun. That's that energy of fun. The Lord is ceasing that, man. It's dead, as that article. Another word for cease is basically dead. So that article is right in line with biblical prophecy. Fun is dead. Mirth is dead. Okay. I'm gonna say this too, man, through the spirit. If you a man and let's just say, if you got a woman and your woman can't really get it through her head that this place is coming, the fun element is not there, it's not even naturally there. If she can't facilitate and accept an environment of fun at the house. And I'm not saying like even with men, we like to get out and go out, but I'm saying in the spirit of it, if a woman or a man, the scriptures say, remember Lot's wife. Because see, if you can't comprehend it, like, man, this shit ain't even really worth it. Like, we could do something that makes sense. Like, let's go. Hey, let's go to the beach, or let's go on a trail walk, or let's go here and eat something real quick. Let's go get sandwiches, something that makes sense to your spirit. But if you thinking that you're just gonna be in this Babylonian fun zone, Funsville spirit, Chuck E. Cheese type of spirit, man, you better keep her on a watch list, man, because it comes time and this devil really cuts off the fun, and then he says the only way to have this fun is through a CHIP. You already know what time it is. See, if you can't really understand that the mirth is ceasing and you see it coming to an end before it ends, you're going to be in for a rude awakening when it ain't no more, when this internet's cut off, when these phones don't work, when you do certain things. And that's going to have a lot of people effed up in the game. All right, so, and it says, I'm going to finish this off. "And the voice of gladness, and the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride, for the land shall be desolate." The Lord's cutting all that off, man. All right. A lot of y'all ain't gonna have like all that 2024 moving forward of weddings. A lot of y'all gonna get them in, but then one day it's gonna come where that shit's dead, man. You can't get married no more. You can't have a wedding. You can't just book a hotel room and bring the family around and y'all eating chicken and drinking mojitos and shit, man. All right. So with that, I'm going to close this up. I'm going to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. A peace and safety to all you brothers, the water to all you brothers, shalom to all you brothers that tuned in, left comments, shalom to you, all right? And peace be unto you brothers, and shalom to you sincere sisters as well that may be out there. Shalom.